All right, good morning, guys. We're back out here at this pond, the Drain the Swamp pond. As you can see, the water has went down considerably. It's actually not much of it running out that way very much, and it doesn't look like there's a whole lot running in. So, or more than likely, what I'm going to have to do is leave this dammed up to keep this water in here, because that is to the original bottom, so we don't have to worry about going any deeper there. So that is probably what I'm going to try to do. It's going to be I'm gonna have to be careful with the dozer getting in down through there and cutting that. It does have a good bottom, but that is also the deepest part of the pond, and I don't know how deep that's actually going to start dropping off, if any. I'm assuming it's going to some. So I'm gonna have to be careful here later on when I get to D6 in there. I've got to finish moving this this mud. Got to finish moving it back out of here. So that's what I'm gonna do now. Just continue to work my way down. If the ground wasn't so soft here, I just get the dozer and just start slowly taking it off and pushing it back this way. But this ground is still saturated, excuse me, and the more that I run over it with that dozer, the worse it's going to get. So it'd start pumping this all up, and it would just get really, really soft in here. So that's why I'm going to use this. Err on the side of caution. Also, over here on the this peninsula area, he wants to kind of make that into an island. So I'll probably start digging out. Because it's going to be dry over there. I'll probably start, once I get the dozer out, I'll probably scrape all the grass to saw it off, and then I'll probably start pushing that out and kind of making that more round out into there. Again, kind of leaving a little bit of an island here. That's kind of the plan for today. Not supposed to be any rain today or tomorrow. I'm supposed to have more rain coming in tomorrow night. So, you know, here we go again. They're off and on as far as the weather goes next week, so it's just off and on, whether it's going to rain or not. So it's just been an absolute freaking nightmare again. So anyway, let's get to moving this mud. We're going to throw it over here. We're going to work our way down, get that done. Again, probably fire up the D6 and see what we've got out here. I may, in fact, go down with the excavator and try to pull off some on the inside of this. It'll be a little easier pushing for me across. I'll see how this all lays out. So anyway, let's go. Like I said, this is just so stinking wet over here that I can move a lot faster with a 6, but I'm gonna rut the crap out of the ground and tear it up, pump it up, and I may even get it, because this is all topsoil through here, it may even get softened up. I just end up by getting close to sticking to the D6. So this is going to be a little bit slower, but it's a safer way to go. And this mud's not as deep that I pushed out. It's not as deep, and it narrows out, so it's not going to be like I had over here. And I mean, honestly, I moved all this in a couple of hours. So I mean, it's not like it's super slow with the excavator. It's just when you've got that D6 and you're so used to pushing 6-7 yards at a time, you know, 5, 6, 7 yards, it's just you can just move a lot of dirt in a hurry with it. Kind of spoils you. I may have another half-mile of fence row to do coming up, maybe. I've got to go look at it and see. It's in between a crop field and a hay field. So, and it's supposedly wet over there, so it's going to have to be probably more likely down the excavator, which minute at a time. So if we could just get a little bit of a break in the weather, man, I could get this done in relatively short order. I mean, we still got a lot to go, but if I can get the, you know, if it'll dry up enough where I can get the D6 in here and start using it, I could, you know, I could speed things up considerably. Fired up, and again, I may try to get this in on the inside of that bank over here at the end of this mud. See if I can get some of that thrown out, so it's not as hard pushing. So I'm not having to push the entire length of the pond, just maybe, you know, 2/3 or something like that. I want to stack this up real high because I want this over time to dry. So I'm trying not to get it really, probably stacking it a little bit too high. But I'm a little tight on room as well, so. Alrighty guys, well, a couple hours later, I have all of this, moved. See, we've got, this is the starting of our area here where the ground really starts sloping. And we start getting some slope from down here as well. And so, this ground here was much drier, so I stacked it. I brought it back a little bit so we can catch some more influx coming in here from this ground, and I stacked it higher to kind of to give me that buffer. This ground here is a lot drier, and so it won't need to dry as much as some of the muckier stuff down there. So I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to work my way back around, and I think I'm going to try to lean off and get down inside the pond and try to start throwing some back up. And get down in there, start throwing some of that back up in there, just to see how deep that muck is before I bail off in there with the D6. I may in fact have to move some of that muck down there a little bit because I'm sure it's spread out some, and I'm getting a little tight on room. But I can't put anything back up there because, again, I'm going to open this up and make this an island. So I need that area all open up there for the topsoil that I'm going to put off, because that'll be good usable topsoil that I'll leave stacked up there. There is a possibility that I can get some over the dam. However, our spillway is going to go around where that tree is at. It's going to go work it, and it's going to parallel the dam for a little bit before it ties back in to run across and to run down further west to the runoff area down there. So I have to be careful. I don't want to put a lot of muck on the backside of the dam, because I don't want it to run off into my spillway, which we're going to use material. We're going to lay material down in there, and we're going to use 3x6 rock like I have done in the past in some of the videos. We're going to use that, and we're going to line the spillway. I don't know how much he's going to want to line yet, but we need to at least line it down here a little ways to get the water to slow down before it transitions over. I know he does want to do some over there where his drive is, because his driveway crosses this runoff area. So he does want to dig that out and make that just a nice general swell through there, using material and rock that he can go over. And what we'll probably do, again, use a 3x6 rock down there, and we may top it off with lateral rock, which will be a little easier to drive on. So anyway, that's the plan. We're going to make my way back over there, and we'll see if we can get off on the inside of there and get some of that mucked out. Hopefully that's not too deep, so I can get the 6 off in there and kind of speed things up a little bit. Well guys, we are moving some more mud. I decided to go ahead and move some of this out of the way because I'm going to need it. So I'm just trying to give myself a little bit of extra space here. Mud to move. This really dropped off over here when I was pushing this off. This is a deep part of where the spillway was at, so it got really deep, and I got to the point where I was about to get stuck with the D6 and my own muck that I was pushing out. So anyway, that's why I just chose to go ahead and get this moved out of the way, because again, I'm going to need all the room I can get over here to put all of that in here. And there's a good possibility I'm going to have to move more. Bad thing about stacking this high is it's going to take forever to drive, and I just, at this point, you know, minus a haul truck to haul this off, I'm just going to have to keep doing my thing here. I have no choice. So, I mean, it kind of is what it is at this point. I've got the drone up right now, catching a little aerial footage. I'm trying to utilize that more, but I don't want to overdo it, you know. It's one of those things I've seen on some other guys. They probably overdo the drone footage a little bit, in my opinion. So I don't want to do that. So I'm just trying to, I really want to accent the channel by using the drone, but I don't want to overdo it, if that makes any sense. I'll try to do another kind of picture-in-picture like I did before. So anyway, we're going to keep doing our thing here. I hope to get on the inside of the dam here in a little bit and get myself I can throw that up in here. Bad thing is, heck, this is going to be 10 foot deep through here, so it's going to take forever, literally forever to dry out, but I need the room, so I don't know what else to do, you know. So anyway, I'm gonna watch my battery life on the drone here, and I don't want it to end up in the water. So anyway, let's Alrighty guys, as you can see, all that's pushed out over there until it started getting deep. I've got that tree there, so I really can't get underneath it right now. I may take the excavator over and pull limbs off, but basically, like where this dam split, there, that mud's gonna go that way, and then this mud is gonna go this way. But I'm gonna have to use the excavator to do it, because right there, where the edge of the water, kind of where that's dammed up right there, where it's kind of backfilled in a little bit, that's about 4 foot deep right there. So anyway, I suspect this will be pretty deep out here, and the bad thing is it's going to be runny, and I've got a slope here. It's a little bit flatter over there, and it's going to want to move around. So basically what I'm going to have to end up by doing is throwing up here a little bit, getting this on the dozer, pushing it out, get back on the excavator and do that. This is where an extra person would really would really be handy right now. But anyway, it's what you get when you're the Lone Ranger. So anyway, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and fuel the machines up and get the heck out of here. And I'll be back in the morning to finish this up. And hopefully I can start on this spillway. I'll probably go ahead and bring the laser back tomorrow just in case. I probably don't have, I'm guessing maybe 3 hours to get the rest of that muck out of there and get it pushed up in here. When the mud is a consistency of basically a cow patty, so to speak, you don't get much to the pile when you push it, unless you mix it in. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that goopy stuff and I'm going to set it out here first, and then I've got some drier stuff over here I'm going to push in behind it, and that way it'll help contain it and when I go to push it out. So anyway, that's the plan. That is the plan. So anyway, guys, again, I'm gonna get out of here.
Again, I appreciate you all, really do. Pass the word on, get my subscriptions, get my views up, and my subscribers aren't doing too bad. I'm almost at 3,200 now. So I kind of hit a bit of a lull, and it's because I haven't been able to post much, and I realize that my views are down a little bit because of that as well. So anyway, guys, I appreciate you all. I'm gonna get out of here. Don't forget to like and subscribe, ring the notification bell, and that way you know that there's a new video coming your way. So anyway, guys, I'll see you tomorrow.